goes with the brown yarn. This is the yarn that I'm using. It's chunky, so depending with the type of yarn that you will be using, you might find that you get a different size, because if you use a smaller size yarn, you will get, of course, a smaller doll. So this is chunky. This is chunky. Is it 100% acrylic yarn? I think this must be like 3-ply, I think. Alright, but you use the yarn type that you would want. So we are going to start off from the legs. You're going to make 2 identical legs like this, like the one that I've made. This is how it looks like. So you can get your stitch marker ready so that you can mark from your where you're ending and where you're starting. It's very important. I normally use another color yarn to mark as a stitch marker. If you have the normal stitch markers, you can go ahead and use those. So I'm going to use that. So to start off, I'm going to do a magic ring. Like that. And then I'm going to single crochet by yarning over, single crochet 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. Okay, so I'm going to close that up like that, and I'm going to mark, to put my stitch marker like that there. All right, so the next row we are going to do an increase in each stitch all around, and at the end you should be having 12 single crochets. So 2 single crochet in each stitch all around. 2, oops, sorry, 1 and 2. Next stitch, 2 single crochet, 1 and 2. Next stitch, 2 single crochets in there. Next 2 single crochet. So by the end of this row, you should be having 12 single crochets all around. So I'm going to put a stitch marker, don't forget, at the end. Right, next row we are going to do 1 single crochet increase in the next, 1 single crochet increase in the next, all around, for a total of 18 single crochets. So 1 single crochet, 2 single crochets in the next, 1 and 2 in the next, 1, 2 in the next, all around for a total of 18 single crochets. Remember, I am yarning over my not under, yarning over for my single crochets. So at the end of this row you will have 18 single crochets. Remember to put your stitch marker like that. Next row we are going to do an increase after every 2 single crochets. So just so that my work looks a little bit better, I normally, the first stitch on the next, I normally do 2 single crochets together like that, 2 single crochets on the first stitch, and then I do 1 and 1 on each of the next 2 2 stitches. So 2 together, 2 stitches on this, and then 1 1. Right, next we are going to do 2 and then 1 on the neck, 1 and 2 on, as in 1 and 1 for the next 2 stitches. So increase on the next stitch, and then on the next 2 stitches 1 single crochet. By end of this row you're going to have 24 single crochets. So we're going to do that all for each stitch. So we do 2 on that single crochet and then 1 on each of the next 2. That is an increase after every 2 single crochets that we do, for a total of 24 single crochets. So make sure you have 24 single crochets. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. I have 24. So for the next row, we are going to do 1 single crochet on the back loops all around for a total of 24 single crochets on the back loops. We have the front loop, this is the front loop, and then we have the back, this is the back loop, front and back. So we are going to do the single crochets on the back loops only all around for a total of 24 single crochets. So 1 single crochet on the back loops all around. By the end of this row, you will still have 24 single crochets, and this forms the base of our foot. Here we are at the end of that row. Don't forget to turn your work so that you work on the correct, on the right side, not the wrong side. So this is my right side. All right, so next row, next 2 rows, I'm going to do 1 single crochet in each stitch for the next 2 rows. So you're going to have to do 2 rows of 1 single crochet on both loops all around. So 1 single crochet all around for the next 2 rows. So you will have 1 row of single crochets on the back loops and 2 rows of just single crochets. So I'm going to do those, and I'll meet you after the 2 rows so that we can continue. So I'm at the end of that row of the 2 rows of single crochet, and before we proceed, I would want you to take off your piece of plastic like this. This is I think a plastic cover from a tin, a plastic tin, and cut off the size of the base of the foot so that we can have a really nice flat base like that. That is how it will look like. Right, so we are going to start shaping our foot so that it looks nice. And to do that, okay, this is I'm going to insert this after I've done the after I've done the next row, and I'll show you how to do that. All right, so next row we are going to start with the start shaping the foot here, this part. And to do that, we're going to single crochet 8, so single crochet 8, so 1, 2, 3, 4, next 2 stitches we're going to do a decrease, and I do my decreases on the front loops so that it looks nice. So I'm going to decrease, single crochet decrease on the front loops like that, and then next stitch I'm going to do 1 single crochet like that. So make sure you have you crochet tight enough so that when you put the stuff, the polyfill, it does not show the white stuff on it. So next stitch I'm going to do a decrease in the front loops, remember, and then next I'm going to do 1 single crochet. Next, a decrease, and 1 single crochet in that. Next stitches, I'm going to single crochet in the next 7 stitches. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. Yes, in the next 7 stitches plus this one makes them 8. So we have done, how many decreases did we do? We did 1 2 and sorry, one, right, we did 1 and 2 3 decreases, single crochet decreases. Okay, so we're going to single crochet to the end, that is how it looks like. So you can go right ahead and put the piece of plastic that you had cut like that. That is how it looks like. Okay, so next row you're going to single crochet 6, so single crochet 6, 1, so single crochet 6, 1 2 3 4 5 6. Then we are going to decrease 4, so 4 decreases in the back loops, 4 single crochet decreases, 1 in the front loops, don't forget, those are 2, 3 and 4. In the last stitches we're going to single crochet in the remaining 7 stitches. These are 7 stitches, so single crochet to the end. By the end of this row you will be having a total of 17 stitches. 1 2 3 4 5 6 and 7. So we are done with the shaping of the foot. So that is how it looks like. If you like stuffing as you go, you can go ahead and put your polyfill, but I like to work a little bit because it I find it a little bit of a bother. So for the next rows, those are like 20 rows. From here we are going to do a single crochet in each stitch for a total of 17 stitches and 20 rows of single crochet to bring up the height of the foot. So one single crochet in each stitch all around for 20 rows. So one single crochet in each stitch, one. So we are going to do one single crochet all around for a total of 17 stitches and for 20 rounds of single crochet. So we are going to repeat that, and I'll meet you after the 20 rows so that I can show you how to attach the two legs together. Okay, so I'm at the end of row 20, and for one of the legs, so that you can bring the stitch marker to the middle of the leg so that you're able to attach at the correct place. On the last row, that is row 20, you're going to single crochet 7 and leave the rest of the stitches undone. So 1 2 3 4 5 6 7, these are 7 single crochets, but I've not finished the row to 17 stitches because my stitch marker is on this other side and I need to bring it to this side so that I'm able to attach. All right, so what you do next is I'm going to chain 5, 1 2 3 4 5, and I'm going to attach on the next this stitch, the stitch after where you fastened off. So I'm going to do one single crochet there. I'm going to work over this. I work over it. Sorry. One single crochet, and then I'm going to do single crochets to the end of that row. So single crochet all the way to the end on the unworked stitches that are for row 20. Okay, that is what you will be having. You make sure that your legs are symmetrical. Yes, like that. So to repeat what I said, on one of the legs, on the last row, row 20, you will work 7 stitches only and fasten off so that you're able to attach from the second leg. So work 7 stitches only, cut off the yarn, and now so that you will be able to attach it in the middle with the other leg. Okay, so to proceed, we are not going to be using these stitch markers anymore, because we will have another center, and our center will be in the middle of the chains. All right, so we are going to single crochet 7 stitches, yes. So single crochet 7, 1 2 3 4 5 6 and 7, and then we will single crochet in the chain 5 across. So in the chain 5, single crochet 5 single crochets in there. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And then on our other leg, we're going to single crochet all around in the next 17 stitches. Sorry, we're going to move our stitch marker. So these ones we don't need them anymore because we are already done with the legs. Just remove them. Okay, so on the third stitch at the stitch marker, we're going to place our on the chain 1, 2, 3, on the third stitch, place a stitch marker there. That one becomes our new beginning and end, like that. So that is where our stitch marker is. So count 1, 2, and on the third one, on the third single crochet, put the stitch marker, and then you're going to proceed and single crochet in the next 17 stitches. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, and 17. So we are going to work on the 5 unworked stitches for the chain 5 that we did. So we're going to do 1 single crochet in the 5 unworked stitches for the chain that we did. The remaining unworked stitches. These are 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, the 5th one is here. The 5th one is so. Let me just bring it a little bit. There you go. Yeah. 5. And so we are going to do, we are going to do 1 single crochet in the next leg up to the stitch marker. So to the stitch marker, you should be having 44 single crochets all around. So please make sure your count is correct so that you can get it okay. So single crochet to the stitch marker for a count of 44 single crochets. Remove this stitch marker so that it doesn't confuse you. And then do 1 single crochet to the stitch marker. Where the stitch marker is, there. Put the stitch marker back. Right, the next row, first we can have a look at how our work is coming out, like that. nice. So for the next next 3 rows, we are going to do 1 single crochet in each of the 44 single crochets that we have. So 1 single crochet all around for 3 rows. One single crochet all around for the next 3 rows. So I'm going to do my 3 rows of single crochet all around in the next 44 stitches. Make sure you have 44 stitches, and I'll meet you after the 3 rows so that you can proceed. So I'm at the end of the 3 rows of single crochet. I'll just go ahead and put a little bit more polyfill. Make sure you don't stuff it so tightly so that it doesn't show. Mine looks nice. All right. So for the next row, we are going to do 2 single crochet 5 first. So 1 single crochet in the next 5 stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Next stitch, we're going to do a decrease. Remember the decreases we are going to do in the front loops. Decrease single crochet like that. Next 4 stitches, 1 single crochet, 1, 2, 3, 4. We're going to decrease. Next 4 stitches, 1 single crochet, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Next stitch, 1 single crochet, decrease, sorry, in the front loops, 1 single crochet in the next 4 stitches, okay. So in the next 4 stitches we're going to do 1 single crochet, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Decrease in the next 2 stitches in the front loops, 1 single crochet in the next 4 stitches, 2, 3, 4. Decrease in the next stitch, so decrease here, decrease, and then 1 single crochet in the next 4 stitches, 2, 3, 4. Decrease in the next, next stitch we're going to do 5 single crochets, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and decrease in the last stitch, in the last 2 stitches. By end of this row you should be having 37 single crochets. You can go ahead and check our work. So far this is how it looks like. till the doll can stand by itself. Okay, it's because I've not stuffed it nicely, but that is how so far it looks like. All right, so the next row, we're going to do a single crochet in the all 37 stitches. So one single crochet in all 37 stitches. So I'm going to do my single crochets. By end of this row you should be having 37 single crochets, and I'll meet you at the end. So I'm at the end of that row, and by end of my row I have 37 single crochets. All right, to proceed I'm going to do one single crochet in the next 4 stitches, decrease in the next. So one single crochet in the next 4 stitches and decrease in the next. Next I'm going to do 3 single crochets, 1, 2 and 3, decrease in the next, like that. One single crochet in the next 3 stitches, 1, 2 and 3, decrease in the next 2 stitches, one single crochet in the next 3 stitches, 1, 2 and 3, and then you decrease in the next stitch, one single crochet in the next 3 stitches, 1, 2, 3, decrease in the next, gone off. Okay, so decrease in the next, one single crochet in the next, 3 stitch, decrease in the next 2 stitches, one single crochet in the next 4 stitches, 1, 2, 3, 4, decrease in the last 2 stitches. It is how it looks like, so you can go ahead and stuff it nicely. Okay, right. So for the next rows we are going to do a single crochet in each of the stitches all around. By end of this row, by the way, you should be having 30 single crochets. So these are 30. So from row 37 to 50, 14 rows, sorry, not 13. I'll show you how to. Okay, so I have just done 14 single crochets for a total of 30 single crochets. So I'll just go ahead and put my neck support. This is a curling rod that I'm going to use. I normally, because it's so long, I normally fold it like that, and then I stuff all around it so that it supports my neck. Right, so I'm just going to do that, and then I'll meet you in the next video to show you how to do the arms and how to attach the arms on the body and do the head. So we are going to do that at the next video, so watch out for that part 2 video. So see you in a bit.